Good morning, dear students. Myself, C.S. Megha Goyal, along with Ms. Nisha Gupta, welcomes you all for the today's session by BoS for your success for Paper 2, Section A, Business Laws at the foundation level. During this session, we would like to provide you guidance regarding paper pattern, presentation of answers, working on improvement of your preparedness, strategies for June 23 examinations, the last time revisions, how to do the last time revisions, and last but not the least, your queries if you are having. Dear student, as you are aware that May 23 is going to end in just 16 days, and you have only 40 days period time left for your CA foundation exam. For some students, this number of 40 days seems to be very less. But if you convert this 40 days into hours, you will get a number of 960 hours that are a very big number. During this time, you have to plan in such a way that you clear your step 1 of your CA examination, that is step 1 foundation, and you reach to step 2 of CA examination, that is intermediate examination. During this 40 days time, you can prepare your timetable in such a way that you can manage your personal time, your family time, and as well as study smoothly. Whenever you are taking break in between the study, you can do something pleasing, like you can tune into your soft music, you can play with your pet, or you can do yoga or meditation, or you can walk. But whenever you are returned, make sure that whenever you are returned from a break, hardly 5-minute break, 10 minutes break, just ensure that you are with a happy mind, because happy mind focuses on the study. We also want to convey that for passing CA examinations, you require 2 things. First thing, focus. Your focus should be this time only for 4 to 5 years only on the CA examination. Whenever you wake up in the morning, just in front of the mirror, say that I am the chartered accountant, I will become a chartered accountant, because positive affirmations makes a sense and it also impacts. So first thing, focus. Avoid social media, avoid listening to your friends that they say that entry is easy, exit is tough, blah, blah. Avoid all this nonsense. Just focus on your preparedness and CA examination. Just 4 to 5 years ignores all this nonsense and just focus. Second thing, just believe in yourself. You are the only person who can help you in clearing the CA examination, and no other person. Just believe in yourself that you will clear the CA examination. That is sufficient for you.
Thank you, Megha, and well said, well said. Just be focused what you want to achieve. And within this time period, you can definitely rock. But only the thing is required, the confidence, as well as the preparation. That is very most important aspect. As I can see, many of the students are greeting us. So first of all, I would like to wish them a very good morning. Miss Nikita, Pramod, then Sai, Tamanna, Swati, Ankush, Srinidhi, Sumit, Sneha, and many more students. To all of you, a very, very, very good morning. Yes, one thing that I would like to say upon, as already said, the proper timetable is being required. So yes, kindly prepare the time, because अब time बहुत बचा है थोड़ा आपके पास आपके जून एग्जाम्स के लिए. तो इसके लिए एक चाहिए proper strategy, motivating and positive attitude. That is very much required. आप कहते हैं कि अगर आपकी सोच पॉजिटिव होगी तो नेचुरल आपका हर एक स्टेप भी पॉजिटिव चलेगा. So the thing is that start thinking positive, make your start of the day in a positive sense. Yes, as Megha said, that wake up early in the morning and stand in front of the mirror and say, yes, I am a chartered accountant. This is the mirror play. You know, आप जैसा अपने को देखना चाहते हैं, आप वैसा अपने आप को सोचिए, क्योंकि जैसा हम सोचते हैं वैसा ही हम करते हैं और वैसा फिर होता है. तो इसी पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड के साथ हम अपना सेशन जरूर स्टार्ट करेंगे. इससे पहले एक छोटी सी स्टोरी सुनाऊंगी मैं, क्योंकि कहते हैं कि किसी भी चीज को स्टार्ट करने से पहले अगर आप अपनी सोच को पॉजिटिव करके उसकी स्टार्ट भी पॉजिटिव वे में करते हैं तो यू गो अ लॉन्ग वे इन अ पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन। भाई स्टोरी मैं आपको छोटी सी सुनाती हूँ। एक बार क्या होता है, बहुत अच्छी बारिश का मौसम था। इट वॉज अ गुड रेनी डे एंड द वेदर वॉज वेरी गुड। एट दैट वेरी मोमेंट द टू bullfrogs in a pond, they were seeing and they were discussing with each other कि wow what a weather, let's go for outing। तो दोनों फ्रॉगों ने क्या किया, they just decided and came out of the pond and they just started just roaming here and there and enjoying the weather. And at the very same moment, at the very same place in the playground where this pond was there were some naughty children were playing over there. तो उन्होंने जब बुल फ्रॉग देखा कि oh my god इतना बड़ा फ्रॉग, तो they started just catching them, उनको कैच करके उन्होंने अपने हाथों में एक फ्रॉग नंबर F1 बुल फ्रॉग 1 को और एक बुल फ्रॉग नंबर 2 को ऐसे हाथों में होल्ड किया। और पास में उन्होंने देखा कि there was a milk cane in a carriage. So what they just thought of, because notorious minds are there, you know? So they were just like a monkey minds. What they did, they just opened the lid of that milk cane and put the frog into the cane 1 and cane 2. Bullfrog 1 in the cane 1 and bullfrog 2 in the cane number 2. अब क्या हुआ, जो bullfrog cane number 1 में था, when he was into the milk cane, you know, he said, oh my god, मैंने तो आज तक से पानी में ही स्विम किया है, I've never taken a milk bath ever in my life, now what I'm going to do? अगर मैं ना नीचे, अगर if I go to the surface and with pressure I try to pull up the lid of this cane, it's very hard and very tough because the lid is very tight. So he just sat like this only in the cane itself. Whereas the other bullfrog 2 in the cane number 2, he said, okay, मेरे माँ बाप ने, मेरे गुरु ने तो मुझे पानी में तैरना सिखाया, तो let me swim here also, whatever is given there, the milk is there though, but let me swing over here only. So started swimming round and round and round, and all of that round and round, the churning of the milk was there, and all because of the churning of the milk, the butter floated up, and that bullfrog number 2 sat on the butter. जब वो अपने स्थान पर पहुंचा, that milkman with that cane of the milk to deliver the milk, so as he opened the cane number 1, so what he saw that the bullfrog number 1 has dead. The poor frog is no more because he has left the hope, neither he did any efforts. But with respect to bullfrog number 2, as the lid or the cover was open, that bullfrog jumped out of the cane because he sat on the floating of the butter, which came out of the efforts as well as hope of the churning of the milk. And that because of that thing, that butter, that frog came out of the cane and ran away. In that way, he survived. He just stayed like a winner in this situation. तो इसी तरह से स्टूडेंट्स, आपको भी अपनी लाइफ में विनर बनना है, एंड यू शुड नेवर क्विट, बिकॉज लाइफ में अप एंड डाउन चलती रहती हैं, बट यू शुड बी पॉजिटिव and you should be having that yes ki I can do it, that factor should be there in you. And being a student at this particular phase of the life, this is very much required, क्योंकि अगर अभी आप इस समय इतने उत्साहित रहेंगे और एक प्रॉपर प्लानिंग और स्ट्रेटेजी, एक दूर वाली सोच से चलेंगे, तो डेफिनेटली यू आर गोइंग टू रीच वेयर यू आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड फॉर. So with this positive line and note, let's start up with the session for the day. Yes. Why this class has been scheduled? BoS for your success. नाम देखिए, BoS for your success means आपके लिए, इसलिए ये स्पेशल क्लास लाई गई है कि बिकॉज बाय द एंड ऑफ दिस टाइम व्हाट इज बीइंग एक्सपेक्टेड, अभी आपसे क्या एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं ऑलरेडी थ्रू विद द डिटेल स्टडीज. नाउ यू आर फोकसिंग ऑन हाउ टू improve yourself. What are the efforts or the things that you need to take care, the small things, the small do's and don'ts that needs to be taken into consideration for appearing in the examination. And it makes a sense. I'm telling you, the small effort that you are putting it will make a big packet of success, you know. So what is being required to brush up your knowledge? जब हम आपको इस सेशन में हम आपको ये बताएंगे कि आपको करना क्या है. अब आपने पढ़ लिया है, अब आपको क्या करना है, उसको एक फिनिशिंग टच देना है, उसको ब्रश अप करना है. Unless and until you won't brush up your knowledge या you won't revise again and again, सब कुछ चला जाएगा दिमाग से. क्योंकि जितना ज्यादा गैप हो जाता है जो आपने पढ़ा होता है, और अगर आप उसको रिवाइज नहीं करते हैं, तो यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू रिटेन. And during the exam, then again you'll be in the tensed. Oh my God, I have to study a lot, because उसको फिर नए सिरे से करेंगे एक तरीके से, क्योंकि आपने बीच में उसको कोई टाइम दिया ही नहीं, और आपने उसको जो फाइनल टच होता है, जो फिनिशिंग टच होता है, that has not been given. So brush up is very much required. ब्रश अप करने में आप ये याद रखिए कि आप पूरा सब्जेक्ट को वापस से नहीं पढ़ सकते हैं. तो व्हाट द थिंग इज बीइंग रिक्वायर्ड, whatever notes you have prepared, आप उस notes को पढ़िए तो वो आपको brush up करेगा with the purpose that you are able to retain the important key concepts of any of the subject, and that key concept will help you in writing your answer. क्योंकि at the foundation level, students, it is not being expected कि आप पूरा provisions लिखें, or it is not being expected that you will be writing the verbatim of the law, because it's not possible for anyone in this world to write the verbatim. So it is just that you need to remember the key aspects or the key elements of any of the provisions. तो उसको brush up करना है, उसको revise करना है, जिससे कि वो आपके mind में छप जाए. Because your mind is like a camera. जैसे कैमरे में होती है ना, खूब सारी हम सेल्फीज लेते हैं और हमें जो अच्छी लगती है उसको हम बेटर टाइम में यूटिलाइज करते हैं. सिमिलर वे our mind also act like camera. Whatever we read, whatever we see, it gets stored over here, and whenever you require whatever is being needed, आपको बस वो recapitulate करना होता है. So this is how you can brush up your thing. You need to learn and read the law again and again whenever you get the time, as per your timetable, whatever you have prepared. Then to focus on the presentation. हम इस सेशन में इस पे भी फोकस करेंगे. बच्चा पढ़ लेता है, पढ़ते तो सभी है, लेकिन डिफरेंस ऑफ मार्क्स ऑलवेज रिफ्लेक्ट्स. वो क्यों रिफ्लेक्ट करता है? क्योंकि आपका प्रेजेंटेशन मैटर करता है. इट डिपेंड्स कि आपने अपने आंसर को कैसे लिखा है, हाउ यू हैव रिटन योर आंसर इन द एग्जामिनेशन. दैट्स मेक्स अ डिफरेंस. सो वी विल बी आल्सो फोकसिंग ऑन द presentation part, how you can write down your answer. Basically, at foundation level, two natures of the questions are being asked. One is the knowledge and comprehensive base, which is a direct nature of the question. वहां पे आपको सीधा आपकी understanding and knowledge of the subject check करी जाती है, and they are directly based on the provision. You have to simply write down the legal provision as per the requirement of the question, whatever has been asked. Other nature of the question is with respect to application and analysis. वहां पे क्या होती है, आपको situation दी जाती है. You are given a small situation or certain information, and on the basis of the provided information, in line with how the act will be applicable in that given situation, you have to write your answer. So this is how you can mention, how you can link and sync the legal provision as well as the given situation in the question, and then concluding your answer, whatever has been asked. तो ये प्रेजेंटेशन का पार्ट होता है. एंड सिंस यू हैव अ स्टेप वाइज मार्किंग, समवेयर सर्टेन मार्क्स इज अलॉटेड टू द प्रोविजन, सर्टेन मार्क्स इज अलॉटेड टू राइटिंग ऑफ योर आंसर विद अ प्रॉपर जस्टिफिकेशन. सो इसलिए आपको इस चीज को ध्यान रखना है कि आपने आंसर को आपको कैसे लिखना है, सो दैट यू आर एबल टू एक्वायर मोर एंड मोर मार्क्स. ओके, सो इससे क्या होगा कि आपका जो प्रेजेंटेशन होना चाहिए, दैट शुड बी सो स्ट्रॉन्ग एंड शुड बी रिटन इन सच अ मैनर एज इज बीइंग एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रॉम दिस स्टूडेंट ऑफ दिस प्रोफेशनल कोर्स. क्योंकि अब आप सिंपल ग्रेजुएट लेवल के स्टूडेंट नहीं है, माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स. सो अब आप बनेंगे प्रोफेशनल कोर्स के, वो भी सीए कोर्स का, जिसका एक अपना अलग ही मकाम है. तो उस चीज को पाने के लिए आपको अपना लेवल भी इंक्रीज करना पड़ेगा, एंड यू हैव टू गो एज पर द एक्सपेक्टेशंस दैट इज बीइंग नीडेड फ्रॉम द स्टूडेंट ऑफ दिस लेवल. देन एग्जाम स्ट्रेटेजी, दिस इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट. आपको पता है एग्जाम स्ट्रेटेजी, अरे बच्चे तो भैया एग्जाम के नाम से ही कांपने लगते हैं, क्योंकि एग्जाम का फोबिया किसे नहीं है, सबको होता है. लेकिन हमारे यहाँ का जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम है वो आपको चेक करता है कि आपने जो पढ़ा है नहीं पढ़ा है, और आप किस लेवल तक पहुंच पाए हैं कि नहीं पाए. तो देयर इज एन एग्जामिनेशन सिस्टम इन आवर एजुकेशन सिस्टम. सो इसलिए एग्जाम स्ट्रेटेजी को लेके भयभीत मत होइए, डोंट गेट स्केयर्ड ऑफ, बट यस हाउ टू फेस इट. क्योंकि जब हम फेस करेंगे तो वो डर छू मंतर हो जाएगा. क्योंकि हमारे किसी एक लेक्चर में हमारे सर ने एक बार ये बात कही थी कि डर के आगे जीत है, और अगर और आगे निकल जाओ तो फिर तो जीत ही जीत है. तो इसलिए डोंट स्कैर्ड ऑफ द फेलियर और दिस एग्जाम स्ट्रेटेजी एंड ऑल दिस. वी विल बी शेयरिंग विद यू ऑल दिस इंपॉर्टेंट स्मॉल से लेके छोटी सी टिप्स भी हम आपसे शेयर करेंगे, ताकि आप उस चीज को ओवरकम कर पाए जो एग्जाम में जनरली हम मिस्टेक्स कमिट करते हैं. So we will be discussing that part also. Then solving of questions, that is what we already told you. We'll be focusing on the presentation. So that part will be focusing through the way of the solving questions. So we will just take one or two examples also during the sessions, and we will just trying how you can go with the answers. Then discuss on some common issues. These common issues that we will be discussing in the session, actually we have come across when we meet with the students. तो स्टूडेंट्स ने हमें वो अक्सर हमसे आके डिस्कस करते रहे, या व्हाटएवर क्वेरीज दैट वी आर रिसीविंग ऑन डे टू डे बेसिस. तो हमने उन कॉमन इश्यूज को यहाँ पे कंपाइल किया अपने सेशन में. वी जस्ट वांट दैट यू शुड आल्सो गेन आउट ऑफ दैट इट. क्योंकि क्या होता है, स्मार्ट व्यक्ति वही है जो दूसरों के एक्सपीरियंस से और अपनी गलतियों से सीखता है. तो दिस इज व्हाट द एक्सपीरियंसेस from the other students that we have come across with, yes, these are certain things that needs also to be taken care. और बच्चों तक उन चीजों को पहुंचाना चाहिए. So we will be trying our best efforts to present before you all those issues so that you can also take care while writing your answers. Then working on improvement of your preparedness. जी हाँ, ये तो हमने आपको बोला ही है. इस सेशन का उद्देश्य यही है कि आपने अब तक जो पढ़ा है उसको आप और कैसे बेहतर कर सकते हैं. How you can improve your preparedness so far you have gone with. So we will be discussing this aspect also as well as this session. The last but not the least, motivation तो है ही भैया, बिना मोटिवेशन के आगे गाड़ी नहीं चल सकती है. So we'll be trying to motivate you from better to best. आपने अभी तक अच्छा किया है, लेकिन और अच्छे की चाहत हमारे इस सेशन को आगे बढ़ाएगी. Yes, let's move to the next slide. Yes, now the common issues.
Yes. First of all, I would like to say that so many queries we are receiving, but 15 to 20 minutes, we will like to present you something. And after that, at 11:30, we will take all your queries. So don't worry, students, we will take all the queries just because whatever we have prepared, 60 to 70% your queries will resolve from this presentation. Okay. So after completion of this presentation by 11:30, we will come back to your queries.
Yes.
What is marking pattern of flaw? Stepwise marking pattern is followed. You are aware that CA examinations marking is stepwise. Like you are giving, Nisha ma'am has already conveyed you that two types of questions are coming: direct theoretical, and second one is your application oriented. Direct theoretical may you can write the legal provisions, and stepwise marking is for provision. But in the application oriented questions, there is a small question and you have to analyze. So what you will do, you have to write the provision. You cannot write the direct answer in that. You first have to write the provision. Then you can correlate the provision along with the facts. So, for example, if the question is of 4 marks, so 2 marks will be for provision and 2 marks will be for your answer. So during the paper, just try to write all the provisions related to your question because there will be marks for that. So relevant legal provision and legal issue and the application of law in provided situation, like your answer, concluding correct answer. Conclusion के लिए we are also receiving queries कि conclusion is mandatory or not. Dear student, writing of conclusion is not mandatory. If you are 101% sure that your conclusion is correct, so then you can write it. Otherwise, you can simply write the legal provision and correlate the facts as with the provision. So conclusion is not mandatory.
Ankita, as you're saying that almost we need to speak almost in English because many students here who are not able to understand Hindi. Ankita will be trying to speak in both the languages because all types of students are watching these sessions actually. So we'll be trying that let's our sessions be catered to the maximum of the students. So we'll be taking up in both the languages. And
whatever we are saying in
yes.
Hindi, we are just translating it in English also.
Yes,
so I don't think so.
There will be any point of confusion or there will be any difficulty in understanding of the session.
Any marks for section number? This query we are also received. How to write answers to score maximum marks in law? Marks for citing. Dear students, at the foundation level, we are not expecting you to write the section numbers. But if you have remembered, you are remembering the section, then you can quote it, but avoid quoting the wrong section number. By writing the section number, it will be a good impression on the paper check or on the examiner, but it is not mandatory at the foundation and intermediate level. So if you, while reading the study material, if you are having knowledge that this answer is related to this section number, then you can quote it. Otherwise, there is no need of writing wrong section numbers. Answer to score good marks. Yes, read the question carefully and derive your answer as per the requirement of the question. So क्वेश्चन में आपको जब आप whenever you are reading the question paper, just आप देखो कि वो क्वेश्चन आपका किस प्रोविजन से रिलेटेड है, whether it is a direct question or whether it is a application oriented question. तो आपको first you have to read, you are giving the 15 minutes time, reading time before 2. So आपको वो 15 minutes का time utilize करना है ये देखने के लिए कि आपके questions में क्या requirement है. Question paper foundation का जो होता है paper 2A, it's very simple. It is comprises of 6 questions only and it's very simple nature of questions are being asked being at the foundation level. So आपको क्वेश्चन अच्छी तरह पढ़ना है और उसके बाद you have to analyze कि कौन सा प्रोविजन लगेगा, तो you can write in your own language. No verbatim production is required at the foundation level. And according to the marks, if the marks is question is of 4 marks, so you can write accordingly. If the question is of 2 marks, so you have to reduce your length of the answer, because you cannot write the whole provision for 2 marks only. So according to the marks, according to the question, you have to reframe, you have to frame your answer. Complete answer with respect to, if it is an application oriented question, then you have to write the provision also, then you have to write the conclusion, correlation. And if you are 101% sure, so you can conclude also. So your answer, application oriented question, should be complete. Then what are the sources available for revisions and practices? We are assuming that this time 40 days time is left, and you have revised, you have done the study material thoroughly. We are not coming to the study material. We are assuming that you have revised the study material minimum 2 or 3 times. So now is the time for practice only. Okay, so from where you can practice, there is live coaching classes. Now this 40 period may, you can see the lectures only in which you are having some problem, because watching the entire, we are assuming that you have seen the live coaching classes, and if still you are having any problem, so you can directly go to that related topic. Don't watch the entire live coaching classes this time. And there are assignments also, so you can refer the assignments if not done right now. RTPs, yes, RTP is the in RTP you will be provided, you have been provided the amendments for June 23 examinations. So amendments will take later on, and along with amendments, there are so many questions, around 20 questions, and answers will be provided in your RTP. So after completing the study material, you can take the or on the website 4 past attempts are available. So it will be a question bank of, you can see that in each RTP there will be a question of minimum 20 questions. So you have a question bank of 80 questions. So try practice these RTPs. Answers are provided within the RTP. So first see the question part only, then answer writing. By writing you have to practice, because writing se kya hota hai, your speed is maintained. Whenever you are if you are writing directly in the examination, so your speed will not be maintained. So it is recommended that you practice the questions by writing at home. Okay, so you have to revise these RTPs, 4 RTPs. Likewise, suggested answers are available. These all publications are available on the website. So suggested answers may, you are having 4 past year question papers along with answers. It will be very helpful for you if you practice all these sources, because kya hota hai ki same type of question or similar type of questions may come in your examination. So when you practice these questions, so you have a good command over the provision also, over the questions also. So practice is more important for CA examinations, not only for the law subject, for all the subjects at foundation, inter and final. Okay, so RTP, suggested answers, and 2 series of mock test papers are available. Mock test paper is like suggested answers only. We provide, the Board of Studies provide you the question paper, which we prepared. Like, you can upload it, you can go to the branches also, and you can upload it at the home also, and try to cover the whole paper 2, paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, each paper in 2.5 hours, because when you complete your paper in 2.5 hours in your home, then you will complete your paper in the examination in 3 hours. So try to, आपको एक target रखना है कि जो whichever paper you are attempting at home, try to complete it in 2.5 hours. Okay?
अब आपने शायद ये तो सुना होगा अलादीन का चिराग, yes, the Aladdin's lamp. You all must have heard about it. वो आपका यहाँ पे जो BoS knowledge portal है, it is similar the Aladdin's lamp, because whatever you are looking forward for, everything is available on the BoS website. So dear friends, kindly go to our institute website, then log into, or you can simply go to the BoS knowledge portal, and in the student section you will be finding out all these important sources available over there. So this is just like everything is at a one platform. Even the BoS mobile app, this is one of the most great initiative of the Board of Studies, I'm telling you. And this will be just throwing you an insight that all the resources are available at one place, and even you can log in, or you can see each and every these available sources through your this mobile, because already you all students are having mobile with you. I know this is one of your best friends because all the time this is the thing which is lying with you. So आप सबके पास भी है, and this BoS mobile app, I'm telling you, app you can simply see on your mobile anytime, anywhere and anything, whatever the resources are made available for you. So आप जाइए और जो resources अभी आपने मेघा मैम ने आपको बताए हैं, simply go and see and best utilize your time. पहली बात तो first of all, at this moment of time, don't keep this thing with you.
Yes.
Okay,
Avoid
avoid it. But for reading purpose,
For mobile app, BoS
Yes.
mobile app, you can take
it may be possible that every time you're not carrying your books or notes, everything with you all the time. It may be possible, suppose you are traveling, then what you will be doing? You can have this mobile, and at that time you can just listen whatever the recorded lectures are available that during the live coaching classes has been taken by the experts. You can simply watch that session, so that what will happen, whatever you have read it, when you listen to this session, this live sessions or the recorded available sessions, that will get refreshed in your mind, and you will say, yes, I have read that concept in the book over there, and this is related to that consideration, or that is related to something delivery of goods, and you can make it out, and you can easily correlate, learn and retain. This is the important thing, retain, because at this point of time the retention of the concept is very much necessitated, because if you retain the important key concepts, then only you will be able to write down your answers. जो हम सुन रहे, जो हमने पढ़ा, वो हमारे पास रहा 50%, हमने सुना देखा तो वो हमारा हो गया 70-80%, यानी 80% तक आपके माइंड में everything is there. So after reading, whenever you get the time, see whatever the sessions are available with you, and of course the practice. Definitely practice will make you, you know, that perfection will come when you will be just practicing again and again. So many questions are available for you. No one can say कि yes कि हमारे पास data bank नहीं है, but if you see frankly, honestly, if you see it, you will be finding a lot of questions are there for the practice. And I'm telling you, dear students, go all these resources available at the website and solve all the questions. And I'm telling you, nobody can stop you to receive the success, because these are all the important questions that have recently come in the past attempt. And even important concepts are there. These are all based on the important concepts that are frequently asked in the examination, and that the students are being regularly tested. So आप उसको जितना पढ़ेंगे, as many times you will read and revise, you will becoming confident and you will be having more grasp on the subject. And this is what needed to be confident in your subject. Yes, then
Yes, usage of language, manner of giving answers. Like so many queries we are receiving, that how to write, what will be the presentation. So language to be used should have legal touch. That we have already conveyed you that no verbatim reproduction is should be there. So you can write the answers according to your own language, but it should have some legal language. Okay. And no generic answers, like you cannot, general answers should not be there. No verbatim reproduction, properly framed language, no flow chart. Flow chart should not be there. You have to properly write the provisions, and any provision given should have essential element of legal provision. Only that much provision is sufficient which will fulfills. Like for example, if your section, if your provision is from subsection 2, so you can write only subsection 2 of that provision. You don't have to require the subsection 1 also, 3 also. If the question is based on subsection 2, then simply write subsection 2. And proper conclusion in line with the requirement of the question, we already conveyed you that you can write, you can conclude your answer with proper conclusion.
Okay, first let me take some queries. Because many students have asked about whether we have to reproduce the act as it is in the answer. I have seen one query has been raised by the student. So in that case, I'm telling you, nobody can retain or, can remember the law as it is. So this is what I'm saying, even you cannot write down, because even a comma makes a difference in the interpretation of the law. So in that case, what we generally suggest at the foundation level, you need to understand the law. There should be a conceptual understanding of the legal provision, because students are just tested on the basis of the understanding of the subject. If you read the objective of the paper, what intent this particular session has been added, has been included at the CA curriculum, with an intent to have the understanding of the subject. So it doesn't require to mug up, but you only read to remember certain key concept or important elements or the important aspects of the legal provision. And that only you have to lay down in your answers. Either you can lay down in points, either you can lay down in proper framing of the sentences, but don't just write down in a diagrammatic manner or in a tabular manner. Just avoid that thing, because you are being tested your writing skills also besides with that, because it's a law paper. So proper framing of the answer should be there.
One query we received from Sneha Gupta. Good morning, ma'am. Can the November-December month students can also join these sessions and prepare for exam by these? Dear student, it is for June 23 examinations, but you can watch this session. This session is for 1 or 2 hours only. So there is no harm in watching this session.
और दूसरी बात ये भी है, कुछ ना कुछ सीख के ही
सीख के
जाएंगे
जाओगे, और आप अभी से प्रिपेयर करोगे तो आपके पास 7 months का टाइम है, तो you can.
And also that is an introductory class, means whether these all things are the common, whether already you have started your subject or you will be starting your subject. So these are the common and the important aspect that you need to know while appearing before the examinations.
And you can watch again whenever it
anytime.
will be conducted.
Recorded sessions are available.
And when for December 23 examination it is conducted, so you can watch this session again.
Yeah.
Because it will be conducted again. Mr. Sai Edappa, ma'am, please tell me, it's my 4th attempt. I fail in law. Only, ma'am, ignore high marks in other subjects, but I am not getting pass marks in law. Please give some tips, ma'am. I think we have given so many tips and practice questions.
Yes, already we have said you and we have told you about the various sources, because many of students are not aware of all these things are available at your doorstep, at your convenience. So what the thing is that, Mr. Sai, what you can do, practice. You read the suggested answers, question, answer, then you will be able to understand how to write out the answer. What has been asked in the question, in line with that you have to write down your answer. What happens sometimes, Megha, students just give a glance to the question quickly and hurriedly, and they just won't focus what exactly has been asked in the question, so they miss out. As per requirement of the question, you need to give the reply. This is important.
And also the presentation is not sufficient.
But what has been asked, that also is to be taken care of. It's not like that if something is asked and you're giving an answer to something else. That should not be there. They also check your, understanding with, and at many times what the paper setters do, they check your whether you are clear in concept or not. So they try to just, confuse you by giving certain lines indirect or directly, by framing in such a manner the question, the situations, that you get confused with it. So read the question properly, give time to understand that question, and then just think and recall in what aspect it is related to which legal provision, and then lay down answer. Give time little bit yourself in understanding that thing. Don't get panic, because sometimes in the panic also we just forget the whatever we have studied so far. So be cool during the examination hours and think, and then only start doing working.
For practice purpose, you can also do the study material. We are assuming that you have done the study material, because so many questions are available at the back end at the test your knowledge also. So these questions are also compulsory for your examinations. You have to do all them, and study material minimum 2 or 3 times. We are assuming, we are not giving you guidance regarding the study material, because we are assuming, because study material is a must. अगर अभी तक आपने नहीं पढ़ी है स्टडी मटेरियल, तो अभी भी आप उसको देख लीजिए.
बल्कि in fact, Megha, students are not aware. Many times the questions are
same as it is from the study material.
Asked from the exam. अगर आप पास के questions उठा के
examples also.
Even from examples. This is what I want to say and convey. Examples. आपके स्टडी में इतने examples है. There are so many examples, and out of these examples, the questions are regularly being asked in the examination. So this book is the Bible, my dear student,
for business law.
Yes, everything comes from the scope of this book itself. So I'm just telling you, read the study material, and whatever the questions and the examples given over here, the illustrations and the concepts given in a lucid manner with the explanation of the same will definitely help you in understanding, and of course in examination performance also.
Miss Nandini Gupta, ma'am, what is the ideal format for attempting case study? We have already conveyed you that for practical questions, you can write first the provision, then you can correlate your answer with the provision, and if you are sure about the conclusion, so you can write the conclusion also. But your concept clarity should be there before writing these type of questions, and concept clarity कहाँ से आएगा? From the study material.
बिल्कुल। अब ये देख लेना कि जो प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चंस होते हैं कितने मार्क्स है, अगर इट इज अ 2 मार्क्स तो प्रॉपर विद द जस्टिफिकेशन ऑफ द रेलेवेंट एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द लीगल प्रोविजन you can conclude your answer. But if it's a 5 marks or 6 marks depending upon the nature of the question, then at time that legal provisions, then you will be correlating with the legal facts, what are the legal issues that has been given in the question, then concluding in line with that your answer. This is very much required, and just simply line directly conclusion is not sufficient in the case of where the question is of 5 or 4 marks. So you need to check with what is the weightage allotted to that particular question and accordingly jot down the answer.
Mr. Kevin, ma'am, I am not yet finished with first revision. तो बेटा करो first revision, आपका minimum 2 or 3 times revision हो जाना चाहिए था. This 40 period time is only for practice purpose. और अभी भी नहीं हुआ है तो just do it now.
Plan कर लीजिए and accordingly prepare your time.
My English is very weak. I think foundation में हिंदी है, but I think he is asking for BCR, business correspondence.
Maybe.
Can you write answer in your own words? Yes, you can write your answer in your own words, but your answer should have some legal touch. Legal touch कहाँ से आएगा? From the study material.
जैसे आप पढ़ोगे, हाँ,
जैसे जैसे आप study material पढ़ोगे, your legal touch will come in your writing.
Hold होता जाएगा आपका, किस लैंग्वेज में आपको, जिस लैंग्वेज में आप रीड करोगे उसी लैंग्वेज में आप अपने आप को रिप्रेजेंट कर पाओगे. तो दिस इज व्हाट वी आर रिकमेंडिंग एवरी टाइम टू आवर स्टूडेंट्स. गो विद द लीगल लैंग्वेज, व्हाटएवर द लीगल प्रोविजन इज गिवन इन द स्टडी मटेरियल, ट्राई टू रीड इन दैट एंड फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग द एक्सप्लेनेशन गिवन टू इट.
Miss Tanvi, ma'am, I have not studied anything at all and I am panicking. I really want to pass. Is 1 month enough to score well in law? Beta, 1 month to, is enough, but there are 4 subjects also. So how you will come? You are asking about law only or all the subjects? Just mention it in here. Study strategy, we have tell.
स्टडी स्ट्रेटेजी तो आपको बता दी क्या क्या
टाइम टेबल
आपको बनाना है, आपको किससे पढ़ना है, क्योंकि कम समवेयर वी हैव टू रिस्ट्रिक्ट आवर नॉलेज. नॉलेज इज अ वास्ट ओशन, यू नो. तो कहीं रिस्ट्रिक्ट करने के लिए हम आपसे कहते हैं स्टडी मटेरियल रेफर करिए, बिकॉज इट डिफाइंस द स्कोप एंड द कवरेज अप टू व्हाट लेवल यू हैव टू गो विद द अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट. इसलिए स्टडी मटेरियल पढ़ लिया तो आपको सोर्स बता दिया, देन प्रैक्टिस. और प्रैक्टिस तो चाहिए ही, क्योंकि प्रैक्टिस आपका सिर्फ सब्जेक्ट की अंडरस्टैंडिंग में ही हेल्प नहीं करता है, बल्कि होल्ड और रिवीजन और कहते हैं आपका जो सब्जेक्ट में आपका कॉन्फिडेंस, तीनों ही चीजों को बूस्ट करता है.
Ma'am, at the time of, I'm not taking all the queries because 2 or 3 queries are of like manner. So I'm taking different kinds of queries. Ma'am, at the time of checking of paper, what is the expectations of paper checker from our written paper, presentation of answers? The paper checker expects that your answer is properly language, legal language, and proper provision should be correct, and your answer should be correct, and presentation is a very must for your law paper.
Legible language लिखना है,
और writing आपकी legible होनी चाहिए.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
Ma'am, it's promote. Some lecture says we should use conclusion at the end of descriptive answers. Other lecture says you should be written as final answer. Give me proper weight.
Who has sent this? Pramod. Let me tell you one thing. These are the 2 different ways. अब कान आप ऐसे पकड़ो या घुमा के पकड़ो. This is only the difference I can say on this particular issue that you have raised. आप दोनों तरीके से लिख सकते हैं, but your answer should be complete in entirety.
Yes. Miss Manisha, ma'am. Sorry. Yes, Miss Sahana. Miss Sahana, good morning, ma'am. It feels really tough to remember all the section numbers. Could you please guide us about regarding this? Section numbers तो everyone have to memorize. आपको जब whenever you are reading the study material, आपको you just don't have to memorize these sections. You have to understand these sections. तो जब आपका concept clarity हो जाएगा तो that you will definitely write in your own language during the examinations. So memorization plus understanding of the provision. और अभी तो शुरुआत है, आपको intermediate final में बहुत सारे sections हैं, तो अभी से make it a habit to understand and memorize sections.
Yes. मनीषा ने कुछ लिखा है अच्छी सी. क्या लिखा है? मैम, एक अपनी उम्मीद खो देता है पर दूसरा उम्मीद नहीं हारता है, और जो ट्राई करता है वो बस जाता है. Let me tell you in a brief, let me summarize this lines. Listen Manisha, where there is a will, there is a way. आपको बस अपने आत्मविश्वास को बढ़ा के आगे चलना है, रास्ता अपने आप बनता है. Either you will make an effort to find your way or make it. It depends upon you.
Mr. Darshan, how to get good marks in business law and BCR? Business law के लिए we have told you, and BCR within half an hour it will start. Will I memorization all definition? Yes, you have to memorize plus understanding. Ma'am is right to section number we have done. मिस स्वाति मैम, मैंने सिर्फ सेल्स ऑफ गुड्स एक्ट किया है, ये सफिशिएंट है इंडियन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट करने के बाद? नो, इट इज नॉट सफिशिएंट, ऑल द 5 एक्ट्स आर इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट.
वो तो सिर्फ एक टॉपिक है आपका, तो आपको तो 5 टॉपिक्स हैं, आपको 5 टॉपिक्स करने हैं, बिकॉज इफ यू सी द ब्लूप्रिंट ऑफ योर दिस सिलेबस, इट ऑलरेडी बीन डिफाइंड, अ डिफरेंट सेक्शन हैज बीन अलॉटेड डिफरेंट वेटेज, तो आप कुछ मिस मत करिएगा. नो सेलेक्टिव स्टडी माय डियर.
यस, सेम सिमिलर टाइप सिलेक्टिव स्टडी के ऊपर देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन, क्या सारे सेक्शंस याद करना इंपॉर्टेंट है या लिमिटेड सेक्शंस को याद कर लेना काफी है? नो, ऑल द सेक्शंस यू हैव टू रिमेंबर.
क्योंकि कभी कभी अनकॉमन सेक्शंस को भी ये टच कर लेते हैं, तो इसलिए, बट ये है कि हाँ, आप पास अटेम्प्ट से अपने आप मेकआउट कर सकते हैं कि व्हाट आर द इम्पोर्टेंट, एक होता है डिग्री होती है इंपॉर्टेंस की, तो यू कैन जस्ट मेक इट आउट कि हाँ ये इंपॉर्टेंट, आई नीड टू फोकस मच ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट और पर्टिकुलर लीगल प्रोविजन. But yes, no selective study. You have to once go through the complete syllabus in order to have the understanding of the complete, subject that is being needed.
Maybe you skip one section और वही आपका compulsory में आ गया.
Then
so what will you do?
Yes. So in that case, avoid skipping of any of the, you can say, any of the part of your syllabus. Try to read each and everything. But yes, however, you can, by doing your homework, you can find out important provision from whatever has come in the past attempt.
Miss Priyanshi, there is no legal, no negative marking because there are no MCQs. So no MCQs, no negative marking. Miss Manisha, ma'am, I have already returned two time revision कर लिया है और अब writing practice कर रही हूँ. Is sufficient? Yes, it is fully sufficient, but it depends on you also कि आपने revision कैसा किया है. आप just आपने ऊपर से देखा है या just go through entirely, और आपकी concept clarity is sufficient, आपका concept बिल्कुल clear है, तो it's up to you कि आपने रिविजन्स कैसे किए.
नहीं, आप अपने आप को एसेस भी कर सकते हैं बाय गोइंग थ्रू द एमटीपी. आप एमटीपी सॉल्व करिए, आपको खुद पता चलेगा हाउ मतलब इन honestly you have done your revision part.
Ma'am, should we write to Miss Manisha Jain? We should we write the question number in the middle of the question or in the side margin? Which we should be better? Side margin, I suppose.
Yes.
Like, I am motivated from your story, Nisha. From your story, the Chirag is motivated.
Thank you, Chirag.
Miss Vidhi, if direct question is of 6 marks and its answer is only half page, then can we get full marks? I think जितना आपका क्वेश्चन है उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपका जितना भी आंसर की रिक्वायरमेंट है, यू हैव टू राइट द कंप्लीट आंसर. बट आई थिंक इट्स इम्पॉसिबल कि आपके 6 नंबर के लिए सिर्फ हाफ पेज का आंसर होगा.
ये डिपेंड करता है ऑन द नेचर ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. Though it may be of direct nature, it is of 6 marks, and however the content is of some limited pages, so it depends upon. But generally these types of things are not depend. They generally try to commensurate the requirement of the question with whatever the weightage has been allotted to it.
Miss Aishwarya, ma'am, we want to learn the subject only for the sake of marks or to gain knowledge everybody or just see the marks. Why people are like this?
भाई देखो, सीधी सी बात है, मैं तो ये कहती हूँ कि नॉलेज आप जो एक्वायर करते हो, इट शुड एनेबल यू टू फेस द लाइफ सिचुएशन. ठीक है, और वो आपके एक्शन में रिफ्लेक्ट करना चाहिए. और समथिंग आई एम टेलिंग यू, द बिजनेस लॉ इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड इज अ सब्जेक्ट व्हिच यू आर डीलिंग इन डे टू डे योर लाइफ. सिर्फ आप अगर उसको सिर्फ पढ़ने के हिसाब से पढ़ रहे हैं, देन इट विल बी अ बिग जीरो इन योर प्रोफेशनल फ्रंट एट द फर्दर लेवल. आई रियली वांट एंड वी रियली वांट इन फैक्ट कि आप जो पढ़ें, आप उस चीज से गेन भी करें और उस चीज को प्रैक्टिकली अप्लाई भी करें वेयर एवर इट इज पॉसिबल. And at the foundation level, the subject you are going to read it, they all are important, and you can see you are somewhere, you are dealing with these particular laws in your day-to-day, actions. If you see the concept of law, daily aap jane anjane, knowingly unknowingly, you daily do certain acts, or you won't, certain act is being omitted on your part, and you enter into a contract. लेकिन आपको नहीं पता, but जब आप पढ़ेंगे तो will come to know when you are legally binded by your act. तो आपको पता चलेगा कि आपको सिर्फ नॉलेज के पर्पस से यूं नहीं पढ़ना है, सुपरफिशियल तरीके से नहीं पढ़ना है, बट इट इज बीइंग रिक्वायर्ड टू बी मेड एप्लीकेबल. सो आप इसको इस तरह से पढ़िए कि आप आगे जाके भी उससे बेनिफिट ड्राइव करें, क्योंकि आगे भी लॉ आपको पढ़ना है एट फॉर द नेक्स्ट 2 levels.
How much marks are deducted if conclusion is not written? No marks will be deducted, I suppose. If you have conclude your answer with the provision correctly, so there will be no deduction of marks if you don't write the conclusion. What to do mean how and what to read in the papers in the 15 minutes before the exam. Yes, this is a very nice question. Before writing the examination, you will be provided 15 minutes time for reading the question paper. So during this reading 15 minutes time, first of all, you can do one thing that out of 6 question, you have to attempt 5 questions. So you can select the question जो आपको बिल्कुल मतलब जिसमें आपका knowledge कम है, तो you can select the question which you don't want to attempt. Okay, so 15 minutes time mein you can select the question which you will not attempt, and 5 questions you will read the questions carefully. आप अपने माइंड में ड्रॉ कर लोगे कि ये क्वेश्चन कौन से प्रोविजन पे डिपेंड है. आप यू कैन राइट विद पेंसिल्स आई सपोज आल्सो इन द एग्जामिनेशन.
पेंसिल यूज कर
क्वेश्चन पेपर में यू कैन राइट फ्रॉम द
रेलेवेंट प्रोविजन. हाँ,
कि आपका कौन सा सेक्शन इस पे लगेगा. तो दिस 15 मिनट्स टाइम इज वेरी क्रूशियल फॉर यू.
कहते हैं ना, डूबते के लिए तो तिनके का सहारा भी बहुत होता है.
Yes.
You know, a straw will also help you to cross that particular or swim the river whenever it is being drowning. So it's just like that only. These 15 minutes are very crucial during the examination hours. So just decide during that very moment within the 15 minutes only what you want to attempt and what you just don't want to.
And you can decide the sequence
order also. Yes, the
sequence.
Order in which you want to attempt.
This question pe you have are having a good command. The first question is not compulsory, but there is no compulsion कि you start with the question number 1 also. आपका जिस पे, क्योंकि जिस question पे आपका command अच्छा है, just start from that because it makes a good impression on the examiner कि हाँ इस बच्चे को सब कुछ आता है.
ये भी है और इनका भी मनोबल बढ़ा रहेगा. If you have attempted, you have a good start. तो आपका आगे की जर्नी भी कहते हैं अच्छी होती है.
ठीक है. Yes. Where we found live coaching classes and assignments, they are provided at the BoS mobile app.
इसीलिए तो कह रहे हैं आपके लिए ये अलादीन का चिराग है. इट्स जस्ट द अलादीन लैम्प. आप BoS मोबाइल ऐप को अपने मोबाइल पे प्ले स्टोर से डाउनलोड करिए और वहां से आप सब कुछ पा सकते हैं. इवन द मॉक टेस्ट पेपर्स इज अवेलेबल ओवर देयर जस्ट फॉर द प्रैक्टिस पार्ट, प्लस ऑल द अदर रिसोर्सेज whatever we have discussed so far, everything is there. Even the live coaching classes, the recorded lectures are available in that app.
Miss Tanishka Jain, can you please tell us about weightage of each chapter? Weightage, slide.
Okay, about weightage, yes.
Yes. For Indian Contract Act, your weightage is 25% to 35%. This is the section-wise and skill-wise weightage, wherein it is specified that KNC question and application and oriented questions, that from Contract Act, both types of question will come, and 25 to 35% out of 60 will comprise of your Contract Act. Then sales of goods at pay, your both types of questions will come, and 20 to 25% marks of questions will come, and same weightage is for partnership, and both types of question will come in the partnership. The main thing is that from LLP only KNC question is asked. No application and oriented question will be asked, and the percentage is only 5 to 10%. But इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि you will skip the LLP. LLP में there are so many amendments also, and they are uploaded on the BoS website, and RTP also contains the amendments. So just go through the RTP also. So 5 to 10% coverage is there for LLP, and for companies that both types of questions plus 15 to 20% weightage is here. Here are the weightage. Is there any change in pattern of examination for November, December batch? Right now, student, there is no information right now. Just start preparation from this pattern only and this syllabus only. Whenever there will be a change, we will communicate. What about the amendments? Amendments are uploaded on the RTP. RTP, MTP, and question papers are enough for practice. Suggested answer also, and one more thing, suggested answers and descriptive question. Test your knowledge questions from your study material. I think this will make around 300 to 400 questions.
Easily. Yes.
Can we submit our MTP solution for correction? Dear student, the answers are also uploaded on the BoS BoS website, so you can check your answers with the answers provided by the BoS.
और आप खुद best judge.
Yes, don't waste your time.
Yes.
In sending.
And you are the best judge in yourself, so you can assess your performance.
Legal provision, yes.
आप देखो जब तक स्टूडेंट्स, मैं आप लोगों से बस यही कहूंगी कि law paper है, it's really very interesting subject. And when you will be reading now, especially the contract, and you will be finding, oh my god, हम जब खरीदने जाते हैं तो we enter into a contract. Yes, you enter into a contract. And if you see the nature of the questions that are being asked in the examination, वो आपकी day to day life को pick करते हैं. जैसे कि आप किसी mall में गए, and you'll be finding that different articles are kept in the shops, and you will be finding the tags are already there on the articles or the items that are kept over there. So just by picking it, you cannot enter into a contract. So this is something you'll be finding is an invitation to contract. Whatever the tag has been marked, just looking at that and purchasing on that tag, you'll be saying कि भैया हमें इसी पे खरीदना है जो tag दिया. तो sometimes it just give you an invitation to offer कि you can purchase on these things. So what the thing is that कि आप एक तरह से आप law में enter कर रहे हैं, आप एक तरीके से law ही पढ़ रहे हैं, और ये day to day life की activities हैं जो आपको पता नहीं है कि आप indirectly you are entering into a contract by doing of these acts. इनफैक्ट अगर आप देखेंगे आपके यहाँ कोई न्यूज़पेपर थ्रो करके चला गया, आपने तो भाई मना किया था अपने हॉकर को कि भैया डालना मत, मुझे नहीं चाहिए न्यूज़पेपर, बट अगेन विदाउट दैट ही इज कंटिन्यूअसली जस्ट थ्रोइंग डेली द न्यूज़पेपर ऑन योर टेरेस. नाउ द थिंग इज दैट आपने तो कहा भैया मैंने तो मना किया था, मैं तो नहीं दूंगा, लेकिन इसके लिए भी आप बाइंड है क्योंकि आप रोज न्यूज़पेपर ले रहे हैं और आप उसे यूज भी कर रहे हैं. तो यू कैन नॉट डिनाई कि नहीं मैंने इसको मना किया था एंड विदाउट मतलब दैट आई एम यूजिंग इट, तो आप उस चीज का प्ली नहीं ले सकते हैं. सो समथिंग यू कैन से कि इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. जस्ट को रिलेट विद योर सिचुएशंस व्हिच यू आर सीइंग डे टू डे इन योर लाइफ. अगर आप उस सिचुएशन को फेस करते हुए आप उस चीज को रीड करेंगे, कंसेप्ट को अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे, देन यू विल बी इजीली टू गो विद द सब्जेक्ट.
Similar type of queries. The handwriting is important. Yes, handwriting is
legible
very
होना
important.
चाहिए. This is already we have told you. Legible should be there
Coverage,
because
yes, coverage we have tell you. I studied but not getting confidence in law writing.
प्रैक्टिस से ही आएगा भाई.
Practice
कॉन्फिडेंस
से
के लिए तो यही तरीका है कि आपको जो सोर्सेज बोला है काइंडली गो थ्रू इट, प्रैक्टिस मोर एंड मोर फ्रॉम दैट अवेलेबल सोर्सेज. सो व्हाट विल हैपन, इट विल जस्ट हैव अ ग्रिप ऑन द सब्जेक्ट, क्योंकि एवरी टाइम यू आर रीडिंग, एवरी टाइम यू आर राइटिंग, तो वो ऑटोमेटिक इट विल गेट इट विल गेट एनक्रिप्टेड इन योर इन योर ब्रेन एंड इन योर माइंड. सो यू विल बी इजीली एबल टू राइट डाउन द आंसर एंड रिटेन द लीगल प्रोविजन.
When there are certain words like notwithstanding, unless provided, subject to provisions, so how to write it in a normal language?
इसका आप सेंस समझ लीजिए. यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड द मीनिंग
Yes,
ऑफ
you
व्हाट
can write
एक्चुअली इट मींस, because at the foundation level it is not being required to use these kinds of the words over here. But yes, if you know the interpretation of the law, what does it means, the sense, the meaning, then accordingly in your own words you can write down or you can explain that particular legal provision in line with usage of these terminologies. Let me discuss on the amendment also. Are there more relevant queries?
No, same RTP available in BoS.
Looking
yes,
at the
RTP.
time constraint, now what I feel like, let me first discuss the
Yes.
relevant amendments.
Meanwhile, I'm just looking at the queries.
If you see that about the relevant amendment, this is again very important because the study material, if you find out, it is of edition September 2021. Okay, so now the thing is that you need to require to have the updation of the latest amendments in related to that particular legal provision. So law is the subject which is a dynamic in nature. It keeps on amending on day-to-day basis. So what the thing is required to, you need to keep yourself updated. So every amendment is not relevant to you. Let me tell you this thing very frankly. So what are all the relevant amendments that we are separately posting on the website, as well as we are giving in our respective attempts RTP. So that is why we are focusing on to please go through the RTP. It not only provide the practice questions to you all students, but also the latest and the recent amendments that are relevant for the respective, these attempts. So if you see for this June 2020, for June 2023 attempts, you'll be finding that the relevant period for which the amendments are relevant is 1st May 2021 to 30th April 2023. So everything is given in the RTP as well as on the website separately. Kindly go through it. If you see, there are only two major amendments in your subject. One is pertaining to the LLP. Yes. This amendment has come through the latest, Limited Liability Amendment Act 2021, and it has been made effective from 1st of April 2022. So you need to read these amendments. Certain amendments in the existing legal provision of LLP has been made. So what we have done, we have given in a column form what was the earlier law and what is the recently amended law for your convenience. Just go through that, the amendments given over there so that you can easily make out what are the recent amendments and which particular sections you have to, you have to see that particular, this amendment in line with that. And the next relevant amendment has come in the Companies Act. This is again important amendment, though a single amendment is there in the Companies Act, but yes, it's an important amendment because many times the students are being tested on this important concept. Yes, that is the small company. And for just finding out whether it's a small company or not, there are certain requirements. If it meets that requirement, then that particular company will be termed as a small company. Paid up share capital as well as the turnover. The paid up capital limit is which has been amended is 4 crore and turnover is 40 crore. Earlier it was 2 crore and 20 crore respectively. Now this limit has been revised to 4 and 20 crore. So questions are being asked, and let me tell you, go through these amendments because they test you whether you are amended, whether you are aware of this latest amendments or not. So please go through these two important amendments with respect to the LLP as well as the Companies Act.
Mr. Kevin, ma'am, these there are certain words like notwithstanding, unless provided. I think we have guided this queries, like you can write in your own language or the meaning of the terms. So how to write it in a normal language? And ma'am, can a question be on a clubbing of 2 or 3 sections within subjective questions, like in case of employed authority? Yes, the clubbing of section can be done in your question, but it can be of 6 marks only, 6 to 7 marks. So you can write, some sections are really big, so you can translate, you can write in your own language with legal touch. So whole provision you don't have to write. Only the crux and the only specific answer, specific issue you have to write.
वैसे अगर पूछा जाए what does notwithstanding means yet anything specified. Yeah, in spite of means whatever is given in the act or in any of the subsection of that particular provision, that particular subsection or the section will prevail over the others.
और आपको अगर meaning पता चल गया तो you can write the terminology notwithstanding.
Yes, everywhere that particular provision will prevail. This is only the meaning of the notwithstanding. Or unless make condition लगा दी कि unless and until this condition is being complied with, this cannot be done or this can be done. So you have to read in line with that, and the entire section is to be read in order to understand the interpretation of these two words.
Yes. Ma'am, I wrote all section and did all the question of law, but still I got fail in my first attempt. Let me tell you that I am very good in English grammar, but still I got only 25 marks by adding these two subjects in paper second. Please tell me what were my mistake. Dear student, you can match your answers with the suggested answers provided. Yes. I think you can easily get your mistakes because so many students are passing. Not only you, मतलब ये नहीं है कि you are failing. So many students are clearing CA codes, so there might be a difference in presentation of answers.
आपको देख सकते हैं. Just see the suggested answer.
It is permissible to write hints and points on question paper itself while reading. That you have to check from the examination.
While reading in question paper.
Yes, you have to check from the examination department or examination instructions. Will this term paper easy? We cannot tell you, students. But आप easy easy समझिए कि easy होगा अगर आपने अच्छी तरह पढ़ रखा है. If you have understand the subject thoroughly, the paper will be easy for you. Ma'am, ICI did not give more marks to per question, which leads to fail in that particular subject. So please tell what to do.
I said don't give more marks to per question. भाई देखो who has sent this Rishi.
Students.
Rishi ना Krishi or Rishi? Krishi. Then let me tell you one thing on this particular question. I would be saying that ऐसा नहीं है. अगर आपने questions को पूरा justifiable manner में लिखा है as per the requirement of the question, then definitely you will get the good marks. The thing is that कि students को लगता है हमने सब कुछ appropriately लिखा है, but sometimes it happen कि you have missed in what respect the question has been asked. Sometimes you miss out the important aspect with respect to that the particular answer should be called as in a complete sense. So you need to take care of it, what has been asked question, and in that terms, you have to give only the relevant reference of the legal provision and concluding correct answer.
And so many calls we received in December, after December 22, that the student is got 75 marks or 80 marks. So students are getting marks. This is not the case that ICI is not giving marks.
वैसे भी ICI foundation level पे तो फिर भी ठीक है.
Every level it is good.
It is good at every level, but yes, your expectations is little bit, degree of expectation is variated.
Ma'am, Hindi RTP or MTP का कोई source है क्या? I think Hindi RTP is same where the June 23 RTP is available. Yes. Below that, Hindi RTP will be available in the BoS knowledge portal. The same question is asking, not with
Same nature of questions,
Same,
huh?
so many times we have.
But I suppose we have taken up many of the aspects, whatever the students have already asked in the questions.
Please share. We will find amendment notes. Dear students,
I see. It's not sure.
just this is the BoS knowledge portal, and from there you can write this RTP,
And
RTP foundation, this business law, May 23, and this is your amendments. Okay. Grammatical mistakes say law में marks reject होते हैं क्या? I don't think so कि grammatical
generally
mistakes
नहीं होते, but altogether
yes.
does not come out into a different manner, or you can meaning is not perverted that way.
But English का पेपर आपका साथ में है, तो English के पेपर में आपका grammatical mistake नहीं होना चाहिए. Can you state some important questions, as we have only 40 days left? बेटा हमें भी नहीं पता कि what are the important questions. But similar type of questions will come, और similar type of questions आप कहाँ से पढ़ोगे? From your RTP, from your mock test paper, from your suggested, and test your knowledge.
बस उन्हीं से आप ड्रॉ कर लीजिएगा.
Type of hint we can give. Is it a myth that July attempt is always hard? It's my second attempt.
No, it's not that. So just have believe on yourself, Pratyush.
Yes.
Go ahead with the positive mindset.
I think we are done with this. Yes.
So we would like to conclude our session, because always the time is a constraint, you know. But yes, we have tried our hard to bring before you each and every important aspect related to the paper, whether it may be related to the, you can see related to how you can motivate yourself in reading and understanding of the subject, or with respect to weightage of the marks, or with respect to what are the tips that you, or sharing the small do's and don'ts. That everything we have tried to discuss during this 1 hour session, and we tried our best. To just make you aware of these small efforts, some of small efforts that you're going to put in. So we expect that you students have definitely derived something out of this session, and with this we would like to conclude our session and wish you all the best. Thank you.
All the best.